Yeah, I think the positive takeaway is, we end up going down 3-2 and don't throw the match away. We climb back and get a point from it, but it definitely feels like 2 losses for us tonight. I think we lose the game in those 5 minutes at the end of the first half, conceding 2 in quick succession. Another positive, we got the attack going tonight. We looked more dangerous. We created a lot of chances and seemed to be causing them problems. But, yeah, a difficult result to swallow, I think, especially at home in front of the people that matter the most to us. But, we'll take pieces to learn from and get better from it.
On a more positive note, you scored your first goal in a couple of years. Do you mean to put that one in?
No, not even close. I think it was Julio. I'm not sure who was pressuring, but he came in really, really quick, and I thought it was more of a tackle. I'll just kind of ride the tackle into a cross and put it in a dangerous area. And I don't know if you could tell from the lack of celebration. I kind of just laughed it off because it was one of those that wasn't very purposeful, but they all count the same, so I'll take it.
Keegan, there's a lot going on in the midfield, different roles. Josh is new. Cole's maybe being asked to do a bunch of different things. Ollie steps up to assist. First time he's done that in MLS play. What have you seen from him in preseason and showing up like that?
Yeah, it's any of those players you listed, the ability to be versatile is so valuable, and especially when the coach trusts you to play different spots and will use you in different ways. And I'm just happy for him to get that reward. And you don't always need to be on the score sheet to have that validation, but as attacking players and midfielders, sometimes you need that. And happy for him. He deserves that, and sometimes I think doesn't show up enough on those score sheet moments, even though the impact he has on the game sometimes. So I think we'll see a lot of that from our midfielders this year.
What have you seen from Anderson Rosa?
Very one of the more mature draft picks, and I call them kids now, but players that we've gotten, younger players that we've gotten, has done all of his college. Just has a good head on his shoulders. Really interesting guy to talk to, get to know, and his play does a lot of the talking. We saw that early in Mexico, and a mature player on the field as well. So I'm happy for him to get some minutes tonight, and hopefully more to come.
Keegan, it was a slow start for the offense last year, slow start again this year, including 2 matches with 0 goals or shots on goal. So how important was it tonight for them to have an explosion, in other words, to keep that going as the season goes?
Yeah, it's a big piece of tonight. One of the things we can take away and hopefully continue the momentum with. But that's the sport. You got to be able to do both at the same time. And right now it's one or the other, it seems. So we'll work on it again. We'll look at a lot of video, and we've got a full week to prepare now. That's the difficult part about the Champions Cup is the match congestion early in the season, which can really test a squad from 1 to 25, and but I'm happy for those guys. It's really important to see the ball go in the back of the net for the whole team, not just the guys scoring the goals. And so hopefully we can keep it going into next week.
Is it just figuring out the right formation that the offense and the defense excels, or just being connected in general on the field?
I would say the latter. I think it's more about us and the way that the match goes. Tonight the message was just the tempo of the match and how much can we push them, make them uncomfortable, even running to throw-ins, get the ball back and play quickly. How many attacks can we generate? How many chances can we create? And we know the goals will come if we are intentional about that. And I felt like we did that tonight.
Keegan, on a sentimental note, post-game, there's a bunch of people from FC Dallas surrounding Reggie, giving him a hug, and then same thing for Lawless. How good was it to see him again?
Just one of those players that we could go years without saying anything to each other, and I think this goes for a lot of guys, and just somebody that you can pick things right back up where you left them, and smile and hug and joke, and just a great character guy. I know the people that come to the games here know that, and we're just as happy to see him, and it was great, and wish him the best, and hopefully he's playing against us next time.
Is there something that you see, obviously before watching film and stuff, from the first and third goal that you gave up, that kind of in those moments of chaos that maybe you can do a little better clearing, maybe as it's happening or even before it's happening?
Yeah, I'll have to watch them back. The thing about video and film and any of those is it's so easy to just take an excerpt and pull it out of context, out of, was there a big recovery run before that, or was there a really tough stretch of the match where we don't have our confidence with the ball, or, these little things that it's all about the momentum, the rhythm of the game, the ebbs and flows of how the match goes. And yeah, I think to your point, we can do a lot of things better in the moments leading up to the goals, maybe some fouls in the middle of the field before things get going, and especially with players like Acosta and Musa linking up like that. It's something that we focus on in the match prep and didn't do a good enough job of. So not a great answer to your question, but a lot of things we could have done better, and I think every player feels that it's not one guy.
Keegan, an emotionally difficult end for Tuesday for Cheeto, and you saw him perform tonight. I don't know if you know, there was a big plan. The fan base was going to stand up in the 6th minute to cheer him, and conveniently your ball goes into the back of net to help create that. I think clearly the players have taken to him, now the fans have. Your thoughts on how everyone has reacted to the impression he's made on the club?
Yeah, it's been great. I would expect nothing less from the people here. They welcome new players with open arms, and Cheeto's a guy that's going to show his value really quickly. He's emotionally invested as well. He plays the game with raw emotion and in the same way, the athleticism and energy. And he's been a really fun player to play with, but also a person to get to know. And everything surrounding the situation this past Tuesday was a bit of a whirlwind and a difficult one, and something where I try to put myself in his shoes, and I think as a club and hopefully CONCACAF we're taking all the right steps to back him and to show him our support and figure out the best resolution for everybody. So I'm confident that'll happen, and I think you can see his character by the way he brushes that aside and plays really well tonight. He continued the match, even on Tuesday, and it's all of the credit goes to him for, enduring something that not a lot of us can relate to, and kind of just puts it aside and is a professional tonight. So really proud of him, and yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll see a resolution there.
Thanks,
Did the ball feel like slow motion coming off of your foot on that shot, or cross, or?
It did a little bit.
Yeah,
It did a little bit. It was like I said, it meant to be kind of a tackle cross. So for it to come off enough to catch the goalie off guard was lucky, to say the least.